Welcome to the Bloomberg Law Bankruptcy Review. I'm Pacchia, and I'm joined, as always, by Bloomberg News bankruptcy columnist Bill Rochelle. Good day, sir.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so let's start off with a look at the WaMu case. Big developments there. Washington Mutual now wants to confirm a revised Chapter 11 plan without a new vote for creditors. This sounds dicey. Do you think they're going to get through?
Well, this is in Delaware, and whenever a debtor wants to do something, they're liable to get away with it in Delaware. However, we got to remember that on 2 occasions now, the bankruptcy judge there has refused to confirm WaMu's Chapter 11 plans, so they may not succeed again.
It's been a long, drawn-out saga.
And the issue here is whether or not there needs to be a new vote of creditors. By making the changes in the plan that the judge is requiring, does this disadvantage somebody, thereby giving them the right to vote once again? WaMu says no, it doesn't, and they really have a rather clever economic argument why it doesn't. The question is, if they succeed, will they really help themselves or not? Because could it be reversed on appeal? Back in old days, it used to be that if you had a confirmed plan and you implemented the plan, any appeal was really a waste of time because it would be thrown out as moot. But the courts aren't buying that argument so much anymore, so there is a good deal of risk that's involved in what WaMu wants to do to get itself out of bankruptcy soon. Of course, nobody can dispute the fact that getting out is very important because the people called the peers bondholders down at the bottom of the waterfall are going to get creamed if they stay in Chapter 11 much longer. This is a very critical problem, and I'm glad somebody other than me is going to have to make the decision on how to proceed.
Right, not an easy moment for the judge. There's just no end in sight for this case, it appears.
Could be, yeah.
All right, so we also have 3 new filings. They're all in the food services business. We have Friendly's filing today, big chain. We have Real Mex and Chef Solutions. Tell us about them.
Well, 2 of these are just a continuation of a theme that has we've been talking about forever.
We've seen a lot of restaurants filing.
Seems like actually they're getting bigger. Friendly's is nearly 500 stores. They're closing about 65 of them. Big operation. Real Mex is also a substantial operation. Mexican food restaurants, they have about 180. Their misfortune is that most of those are in California, which is a really depressed market. If you want to buy yourself a restaurant chain, both of these are for sale.
Not sure I do these days.
Well, that's a good point. You're going to have to move quick because there are buyers lined up for both of them. Now, with all of these restaurants going into bankruptcy, I was thinking to myself, there must be somebody who's benefiting because people are not going to restaurants. Now, I know for sure Americans are not going to stop eating and lose weight. That's just not going to happen. So I figured maybe they're going to shop more in supermarkets and cook at home. But then I said, nobody cooks at home. So maybe they're buying more prepared food. Well, that idea was shot down because this other big filing was Chef Solutions, which is the country's 2nd largest manufacturer of fresh prepared food. They're in the tank, and that indicates that maybe that segment is not one that is any better off for the lack of traffic in restaurants.
Well, how about this for commonality between those 2 sets of cases we were talking about? We have a busted consumer, and we have rising food prices. Is that perhaps what simply is going on here, or do you think there's more at play?
Well, the food price issue can explain Chef Solutions because there has been a big uptick in commodity prices, and that slaughtered them just like it does the other restaurant chains we talked about. Perhaps Chef Solution is a one-off, or then perhaps on the other hand, that industry or these industries generally would be better off when and if those prices moderate. But for the time being, if you're anywhere close to food, it really hurts.
All right. Strange days. Bill, thanks for that. As Bloomberg News bankruptcy columnist Bill Rochelle. If you'd like to learn more about the cases or issues we just discussed, go check out BloombergLaw.com. Bill's column appears on there, as well as the Bankruptcy Law Report, and we also have a daily podcast devoted to bankruptcy issues. I'm Pacchia. Thanks for watching.